Hello and welcome back to Investment Vitals. Today I'll be talking about the most important aspects in the recently released disclosure statement in the ongoing FTX claim case. I will also touch upon the document wherein the valuation of our asset that we are claiming from FTX is proposed. That will give an idea of how much money we can expect to get back from FTX. The key important topics that I'll be talking about today will start off with the question of from people who have not submitted their KYC documents. It is a very important aspect that people should know about. I'll also talk about the valuation, as I mentioned, of the assets that we had on FTX. I'll also briefly touch upon the on the hot topic of the IRS claim of $24 billion on FTX. I would like to assuage your fears on that. We'll also discuss briefly about the forthcoming voting that might be activated shortly, and the risk from phishing emails that has also been disclosed recently. I hope you find this video useful. If you do, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so that you are posted on important updates, specifically ones that might require your urgent action. Also share it with your friends and family, and do not forget to hit the notification bell. Before I start off, I am neither a legal nor a financial advisor, so nothing contained in this video is legal or financial advice. This is merely for your understanding, entertainment, and education purposes only. With that, let me start off with the first topic for today's discussion, which is the most frequently asked questions from people who have not filed their KYC in the ongoing FTX claim case. For that, let me move to the relevant page on the disclosure statement, and I've highlighted the most important parts in yellow and in blue. I'll start reading the document first, and then I'll give you a description thereof in simpler terms. It says that any holder entitled to receive any distribution under the plan shall, upon request, deliver to the distribution agent or such entity designated by the plan administrator, and then they are given the list of documents that they might or have asked for. Now, most of you and me have already furnished a KYC document at the time of filing our proof of claim in September of 2023. However, I know many of the viewers had not submitted the KYC document back then and had asked about the significance or the requirement to do thereof. Now, for that purpose, we have to move to the second portion of the last paragraph of this document. By the way, for convenience of all of you, I will try to link this document in the pinned section down below. Nonetheless, let me move to the last portion of the paragraph, which is important. It says, it says that if a request for pre-distribution requirement has not been satisfied within 30 days, thereafter a second request shall be sent to such holders. What they are referring to is the first request that they have made which was to be filed by September 2023, wherein people or the claimants were asked to give their KYC document. You might remember that at the time of filing of the proof of claim, we had discussed that filing of KYC is not mandatory for filing a proof of claim. However, it is an important requirement that has to be addressed at least subsequently. Now, just to clarify on this so that people do not lose out, it was not mandatory to submit your KYC. You could have gone ahead and filed a claim without the KYC, but KYC nonetheless is very important, as is specified herein. It says, if the holder fails to comply with the pre-distribution requirements before the date, that is 60 days from the second request is made, such holder shall be deemed to have forfeited its right to receive distribution and shall forever be barred and enjoined from asserting any rights of distribution made prior to the plan administrator receiving its executed pre-distribution agreement. Any distributions that are forfeited pursuant to this provision shall revest in the wind down estate as per the plan asset. Now let me simplify this. For those who had filed their KYC earlier, need not worry. But those who have not, they will be receiving an email shortly. I will, at the end of the video, I'll also be telling you from which email IDs you'll be getting it. Do not fall prey to scamsters. So those who have not submitted the KYC or whose KYC was not complete will receive a second email, and from the date of receipt of this email, you will have to complete your KYC within 60 days from the date of receiving that email. If you do not, then you might end up not getting anything. So it is very important, and therefore I'm stressing it over and over again. Now, it is also very important that you keep looking in your inbox and also the junk mail, because these emails can skip to the junk mail, and if you miss it, then you might end up not getting anything. For those who have filed or are nervous about it, let me show you how to be certain about this? Once you log into your FTX page, you have to verify if your KYC, that is step 3, is in the green checkbox or not. If it is not in green checkbox, please go ahead and complete your KYC at the earliest. It is an important requirement. The reason why it is an important requirement is because the US court would not want to indulge people who are, for example, illegal to be indulged with. Now, I'll refer back to section here, and one of the point it also says is a certification that a holder is not a person or entity with whom it is illegal for US person to do business under OFAC, which is Office of Foreign Asset Control. Now, there are certain entities with whom US residents, courts, etc. cannot transact with. Let's presume a terrorist. The court would not make a payment to a terrorist. So it is important for them to ascertain that, and hence it is important for them to have the KYC of everybody who is seeking a claim. Therefore, please go ahead. Now, if it is not done, please go ahead and complete it as soon as possible. For those who do not know, can refer to my earlier videos. Nonetheless, I'll also give the link again. You have to go to claims.ftx.com, which is here in the header right now, claims.ftx.com. Go to the link. When the page opens, towards the bottom of the page you will see the selection of platform. Go and select the platform. For most people who reside outside of US, they will have to select ftx.com. Otherwise, please, that's the most common link for most people. However, go to the platform that you used to use for trading on FTX prior to the collapse. People who reside in US will most likely be selecting ftx.us. It is your selection. Please be careful on that. Once you've done the selection, click get started. It will take you to the page where you have to put in your email and password. The email and password, once you put in, you will get a confirm two-way verification, that is second factor authentication, which could be through your Google Authenticator or through an SMS or your email. Once you have done that, you will get an email on the email that is registered with FTX. Click on the link and that will take you to the page where you can complete your KYC. For those who want details further on this, please log into my initial videos on step-by-step of how to file FTX claim case. Nonetheless, if you have filed your KYC, well, congratulations, you are one step closer than some others in terms of getting a claim back. Now, how much would you get back? That draws me to the second topic that I want to touch upon. How much money can we expect to get back? This is an article that was released recently. It says FTX status propose a value of $16,871 for as a Bitcoin price. Now, this is less than half of the prevailing Bitcoin price, but it was pretty much expected. For those who are subscribed to the channel, know that we had discussed the probability that under most circumstances the value that they will ascribe to our assets will be the value that existed on the date of bankruptcy filing. Now, again, just to clarify, in all the previous videos we had discussed this topic, that throughout the proceeding most documents specify that the payments will be made in US dollars. So just to give an example, if I was holding Ethereum and Bitcoin in my asset, let's assume that I was holding one Bitcoin in my account, then I would not be paid that Bitcoin back. I will be paid the value of the Bitcoin that I held in my account back then, and the value they are assigning is $16,871 US dollars, which implies if I had held one Bitcoin in my account, I will be paid US dollars 16,871 after setting off the withholding taxes. That is an important topic that I'll also touch upon subsequently in the video. However, after if you are a resident of, if you are a person staying outside, not within US, then there's a high likelihood that you'll be there'll be reduction of a withholding tax. With the maximum withholding tax is 30%, but depends on the treaties or agreements that US has with different countries. People within the US might get the full amount because withholding tax would not apply on them. Nonetheless, for a value, to assess your value, how much you will get, I will draw you to the second document which has been released again recently, which is the estimated the valuation for the asset. The document is titled Motion of Debtors to Estimate Claims Based on the Digital Assets. Now, as you remember, we had discussed in the earlier videos that this valuation is likely to be on the date of petition. It is specified on page number 11 also. It says that as of the date of filing of the petition, that is as of the date of filing of the bankruptcy case, which was way back in November 2021. That is the value that they have taken for this purpose. Now, again, before we move, I'll show you the value of different assets, the key ones, so that you can know. I'll also try to link this document in the comment section so that you can calculate the amount that is most likely to be received by you. Some important dates are mentioned here. It says that objections, if any, to the relief suggested in the motion must be filed with the United States Bankruptcy Court by 11th of January 2024, and also the court hearing scheduled on 25th of January 2024. Based on this, I expect that the voting for this for the claim or votes is likely to be scheduled very soon. So stay tuned to this channel so that whenever the voting option opens, I will keep you posted. Now I have seen that the voting link exists on the website, that is ftx.com/vote. However, it is not active yet, which implies that I believe it will be opened up very soon. Nonetheless, let me go and show you the value that you can calculate for your holding. Let me start off with the biggest asset. Most of us would be holding Bitcoin on FTX. So let me go to BTC. You can go by the codes of the asset that you hold and calculate the value that you can expect to get. BTC has had a value of, as the headline mentioned, $16,871 and 63 cents. The second largest asset, which is Ethereum, ETH, the code being ETH. ETH holders will get a valuation of approximately $1,258.8.84. That is in US dollar terms. For fun sake of giving you the amount of loss we are going to face, Solana, which is currently trading at more than $100 per Solana, is being valued at $16 and roughly 25 US cents. So this is the value we can expect to get to compute for assets. You can look at the list of assets you held from claims.ftx.com or from the detail you might have mentioned, and you can calculate the US dollar value that you can estimate to get from this motion. Nonetheless, that brings me to let me move to the subsequent portion that I want to cover. This has been creating a lot of buzz. There's a $24 billion IRS claim on FTX, and a lot of people I saw big headlines that customers of FTX are going to get nothing. Please do not be unduly worried. I would want you to stay calm, have faith in the legal system. Let me draw attention to the mechanism that was spoken about in this document. I'll take you to the water flow mechanism that is proposed. We had covered this in the earlier video, in one of my earlier videos also. So, but nonetheless, for those who have not seen this video, let me take you to the water flow mechanism to give you some degree of comfort in terms of the money you might get back. The water flow mechanism, it is similar for most categories of customers, but let me just show you one of them, which is .com customers. It says the priority assets of .com customers, which is customers of FTX customers who are international customers. Most of international customers are in this category. They will be given the first priority, and after their claims have been fulfilled, if anything is left from there, it will go to allocated cases, and then the second drop down to priority tax and other claims. Based on this, it appears that our claim will be treated superior to taxes. We had discussed this in one of my earlier videos also. However, of course, this is all subject to the judgment. The judge will hold us, his judgment will prevail. But as of now, I would say do not be unduly worried about it. Even if there's no point in panicking unless you can do something about it. So stay calm about that. Also, some of these things will be important for when it goes to the second stage. However, as I said, there is likely to be a vote coming up shortly in this. Most of the people watching this video will again, this is the list of the categories of claimants. There are 17 categories. Most people watching this video will fall in category 5 till category 7, and then they will be entitled to vote. Hopefully, you had filed your claims on FTX earlier in September, by 29th September, as that was the day I made my first video. Nonetheless, so this is important. That will come up for our consideration subsequently. Some important timelines were also covered in my previous videos, so stay tuned to that. Now, let me move to the other topic that I wanted to discuss, which is, again, I want to assuage your fears. Don't be unduly nervous. Even today, even after the news of IRS claim, the claims market is valuing the FTX claim at around 70%, which implies for every dollar you had held on FTX, the market believes you'll get back approximately 70 cents. For every $100 you had held, you are likely to get $70 is what market is estimating. Therefore, the discussion or the big buzz that was doing the internet about IRS claim is something that should not unduly worry too much. Stay calm, stay happier from that aspect. Now, one last aspect before I move is this reveal. KROLL Crawl, which is handling this case, had revealed that FTX customer info was exposed in August breach. So many of our emails are leaked out. So the hackers who have got access to our credentials, emails, and contact details would try to use this to get your money, to fleece you of your money, to scam you out. Therefore, as I said at the beginning part of the video, do not respond to, or be careful in responding to or trusting on any email that you get from third party. Under most circumstances, all email or official correspondences will come from these three domains that I had also mentioned in one of my earlier videos. These domains are ftx@noticing.ra.kroll.com or ftxdigital@restructuring.pwc.co.uk or from ftx.com directly. Now, if you want more details on this, please refer to this video I had made almost 2 months back with the title of FTX Claim Early Withdrawal and Convenience Class. I had covered this slightly in greater details in this video. However, the point I'm trying to make is be very careful in clicking on a link which comes from any other source. It could be an attempt to scam you and to get all your, to loot you of all your cryptocurrencies. With that, I hope that this video was informative and useful to you. If it was useful, please hit the like button. If you have any comments, queries, suggestions, etc., mention in the comment section and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. I hope you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that as and when there are any updates, you'll get notified as soon as possible. As I discussed, whenever the voting opens, I'll be making a step-by-step video of how I will be progressing over the voting, and you can draw your inferences based on that video for your help. Share it with your friends and family, and I'll see you soon shortly. See you.